Here's a fully fleshed out emotional story based on your title, crafted to be cinematic, heart-touching, and suitable for a 1,000-word YouTube video. The city glittered with 1,000 lights, each one reflecting the hopes and dreams of people ushering in the new year. Yet, amidst the laughter spilling out of crowded restaurants and the clinking of champagne glasses, Ethan Drake stood alone on the cold, snow-slicked sidewalk, staring at the "No Reservation Available" sign that glared like a personal insult. A billionaire with a net worth that could buy entire islands, he had everything: luxury cars, penthouses, and private jets. But tonight, all of that meant nothing. He couldn't even get a simple table for New Year's Eve, the one night meant for celebration and warmth. The loneliness pressed down on him like the winter wind, sharper than any rejection he had faced in boardrooms or business deals. It was in that frozen moment, amidst the sea of happy couples and families, that he realized money could buy almost anything, except human connection. If you believe in kindness and second chances, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Brightly Kindness. As Ethan's shoulders sagged and he prepared to walk away, a sudden wave caught his eye. Across the street, a man in his mid-30s, with tired eyes and the gentle weariness of someone who carried the weight of the world on his shoulders, stood up and waved. Lucas Harper, a single father, had spent the evening trying to entertain his 8-year-old daughter, keeping her laughing and distracted as he juggled his small but steady job and the endless responsibilities of parenthood. Seeing the lonely figure of the CEO struggling to find a place among the sea of reservations, Lucas motioned toward a small, empty table at a quiet corner of the restaurant. Without hesitation, he called over the host and offered to give up their spot. Ethan hesitated, stunned. He was used to people fawning over his wealth, offering favors in exchange for favors. But this simple, unassuming act of kindness came with no expectation, no hidden agenda. For the first time in years, someone had extended a hand out of pure generosity. As Lucas guided Ethan and his daughter to the table, the weight of isolation that had clung to Ethan all year began to lift, replaced by something unfamiliar but powerful: hope. The restaurant hummed with the buzz of celebration, yet at that corner table, a quiet intimacy began to form. Ethan, despite the intimidating reputation of a CEO, was simply a man seeking connection. Lucas, despite the exhaustion etched into his face, radiated warmth and resilience, a silent strength forged in the fires of parenthood. As the night wore on, their conversation flowed naturally. No titles, no status, no judgment. Just two human beings connecting across the invisible barriers society had drawn between them. Ethan shared stories of the boardroom battles and the pressures of running a multinational empire, the isolation that came with wealth, and the personal sacrifices that left him perpetually alone. Lucas spoke of the small victories and heartaches of raising a child alone, of the nights when he had to choose between paying rent and buying his daughter a birthday gift. There was laughter, there were tears, and for the first time in a long time, Ethan felt seen, not for his money, not for his influence, but for the human inside the suit. As the countdown to midnight approached, Ethan noticed the sparkle in Lucas' daughter's eyes, her excitement a stark contrast to the stress and responsibility her father bore. Watching her, Ethan felt a pang of longing he hadn't recognized in himself for years, a yearning for family, for simple joy, for the warmth of connection that no amount of wealth could buy. When the clock struck 12 and fireworks lit the sky, Ethan and Lucas raised their glasses, not to riches or success, but to kindness, to human connection, and to the serendipity that had brought them together on a night that promised nothing but disappointment. The night did not just end with champagne and laughter, it marked a turning point. Ethan, inspired by Lucas' generosity, found ways to use his wealth not just for himself, but to help others struggling in silence. He funded local programs for single parents, supported community initiatives, and created mentorship opportunities for underprivileged youth. Lucas, in turn, realized that even in a world filled with struggle, unexpected friendships could appear, offering a lifeline when least expected. Together, they created a ripple of hope, proving that even the smallest act of kindness could ignite monumental change. Time passed, but Ethan never forgot that night. The memory of being saved from loneliness by a simple wave became a guiding light, reminding him that empathy, not money, was the true measure of success. And for Lucas and his daughter, the billionaire CEO they had once helped was no longer a stranger but a friend who believed in them, who championed their dreams, and who proved that generosity always finds its way back. If this story touched your heart, please hit like, comment, and share this video to help spread the power of kindness and second chances. And before you leave, I'd love for you to comment the one act of kindness you experienced that changed your life. You never know whose heart it might reach. By the time the city slept, the lights dimmed, and the streets emptied, Ethan and Lucas walked away from the restaurant not just as acquaintances, but as proof that compassion can bridge worlds, heal wounds, and turn even the loneliest New Year's Eve into a night remembered forever. If you want, I can also craft a punchy, SEO-ready title, description, CEO-style words, and hashtags for YouTube to go with this story that will maximize reach and engagement. That will make it instantly upload ready. Do you want me to do that next?